Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast, the coldest podcast in all the Midwest. I'm Myles, the You Betcha guy, here with Ryan, the T-shirt guy. We are live and we are back and we are ready to rock and roll, folks. You guys don't sound very ready to rock and roll.
I was going to say sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby.
That's right. Sex,
drugs.
Now that I have your attention. Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
There we go.
Rock.
And roll.
There it is.
So is this episode's coming out this week.
Yeah.
We decided. Yeah.
Probably.
I'm in absolute vacation mode.
Myles in pure fuck it
I
mode.
got a case of the fuckets.
How many
as
days till you
used
go
to
on
call.
vacation? 2?
Well, I technically leave tomorrow.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I fly out the next day.
Sure. So you're about 36 hours.
I decided to drive far instead of fly far. I'm not flying out of Fargo. I'm flying out of Minneapolis.
Smart.
That
Direct
was-
flight
that
to
was-
Cambodia.
Yeah, that was Fargo Airport's campaign back in the day. Do you want to drive far or you want to fly far?
Go.
So you should fly far, go.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Kind of
That's
like
good.
that, actually.
It actually wasn't bad.
That's, I mean,
I'm still
kinda
thinking
catchy.
about it to
Well
this day.
And the fact that you still remember that, I mean,
bad.
Yeah, I headed to Cambodia for the second time this winter.
We got to get that on the next city council meeting. We need direct flights from Fargo to the boats.
That would
That's
be
what you do
nice.
it.
God, it would be nice. I mean, yeah, I had to drive far to do it.
Yeah.
It would be nice if I could fly far,
Oh, I see.
go to Cambodia.
the bodes, yeah.
Yeah, we are doubling our gates basically in Fargo,
Yeah.
though. So really moving up in the world.
We are getting a parking ramp, which is
Parking
sick.
ramp. But the dumbest thing they did with that parking ramp at the airport is it stretches across the entire front of the airport. And so if you park at the airport, logic says, let's just give them a path right down the middle, right into the front door. But no, they make you go to it and then walk all the way around the parking structure while it's under construction and come all the way back around, which is fine in the summer. But when it was like -10 earlier this year, I was absolutely freezing my nuts off
Yeah.
by the time I got in there.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I actually saw this old lady walking. I felt so bad for her. She was upset.
So quite literally right now, you do have to walk far.
You have to walk far. Yeah,
to
it's
fly
like,
far.
Yeah.
Do you want to fly far? Well, then you need to walk far. And yeah, it's a whole thing. What was I gonna say? Yeah, going to Cambodia again. Nice little trip. This one's just for fun. Play some golf.
Whole family, though, right?
Yeah, we're bringing the kid on the airplane, which is gonna be. Has any of you, either of you guys?
Several.
You brought-
Yeah.
Several times.
Yeah, a couple times. The one time when he was about your kid's name. Your
I'm
kid's
taking
age.
my kid on an airplane for the first time. What can I expect?
It's not as bad as everyone says. You just keep filling them with food.
Okay, food.
Yeah, but it can be. It can get to a point where it is as bad as you think it is.
I've
it-
always had good experiences.
I guess it all depends on how, like the mindset you go into it with. It's like if your kid starts crying, do you care if other people around you are like could be a little bit what's the word I'm trying to think of? Irritated?
Pissy.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Douchey.
I'm the exact same. My child, he cried for a 2.5 hour flight straight.
Oh no.
And it was during the night too, so I'm like, oh god,
That's
I haven't had I've never had so much stress built up in my body in my entire life.
What I think I should do is I should go to like the 8 rows around my row and just before the flight even takes off, start shaking hands, kissing other babies.
Yeah.
And just let everyone know, like, hey, I just want to apologize ahead of time. We got a little squeaker back there. You might be wailing during this.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know, I apologize in advance. I'm going to do everything I can besides putting a muzzle on them to keep them quiet. You know, do the politician route, get ahead of it. Might be a good move.
You could
Yeah.
also just try deflecting. Like if baby's really getting after and he's screaming his lungs out, you'd be like, "Hey, lady, you want to pipe that kid down?" And then no one's looking at you anymore.
Yeah. Or just like cut the tension by saying that about your own kid. Like,
Yeah.
well, someone shut that kid up. No, this I think if it goes that route, I may just have to. You might get a heavy dose of the pacifier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We try to only do that around sleeping time, but
Yeah.
one little squeak right in the mouth.
No, so we flew with all 3 of our boys in January. And all of my typical parenting rules on that plane out the window. How much screen time you want, buddy? You can have it the whole flight. How many snacks you want? Whatever you want, take it.
And bought headphones for our baby in case it comes to this. Download some because Miss Rachel's now on Netflix.
Perfect.
Download that. It's the headphones are like literally looks like a sweatband that goes around the kid's head, and then the headphones are just in the
smart
over the ear type of vibe. We haven't tried them out yet, but could be a good move.
Yep.
Yeah. I like, you know, you can also tell the neighbors around you like, hey, no, my kid's not an iPad kid. Just don't get the wrong impression. He might be watching some TV though. So just don't label me as an iPad parent.
You'll never see those people ever again.
No, exactly.
Yeah. So that's what
actual piece of advice for you. They can't pop their own ears. So when you're taking off and landing, give him something to eat.
Fruit
and then
snacks
the chewing will make his ears pop. Otherwise, it really irritates them.
great tip. That's a great tip.
Yeah. I think right when you walk in the plane too, you definitely got to get some wings for him. One of those.
Yeah, maybe get him in the
things.
cockpit.
Yeah.
Do a little photo op.
My kid, they said that my kid could go in the cockpit and just look at the pilots. He was obsessed with pilots.
I did that
for the
as a
longest
kid.
time. It's the best.
That's cool.
So yeah, you got a cute kid, Myles. They'll probably let him in.
Yeah. Or ask the airline if you could check the kid.
So
in the
hold
luggage.
on one second. Are you saying that they don't let ugly babies in the cockpit?
Well, I think I think adults are just I think they're more drawn to
hey, little fucking Timmy, you want to go in the cockpit? Oh God, no.
Look at you, Jimmy. No way.
No, yeah, oh God, he's got a lazy eye, ma'am.
I mean, I feel like
There's no way we're gonna let a kid with a lazy eye.
He
in
looks
the
too much
cockpit.
like you.
I feel like it's like a
Yeah. Oh, who do we got here? It's little Timmy. He looks just like you. Timmy, you want to go? The mom's like, can we put him in the cockpit? Oh no, he's not very good looking.
We have
After just saying it looks like the mom.
we have a strict no uggos in the cockpit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
I mean, think about a puppy though, right? If you see like a golden retriever puppy, and then let's say you see like a Shih Tzu puppy or something, like you're just going to be more drawn to look at the golden retriever puppy. I feel like.
Yeah.
that both puppies can go in the cockpit though. I don't think cuteness has a reason. Not.
I'm just saying where attention gets drawn to, and in order for your kid to get in the cockpit,
Oh, you're saying it's like
attention
it's
has
a
to-
popularity contest because there's only
okay. I mean, we can go
there's
that
only
route.
so much room in the cockpit and
Yeah.
so much time.
Yeah.
So you're saying you got to jump by having a cute kid helps you jump the list on getting on the cockpit.
I would say so. Yeah, it probably even jumps you ahead of first class too.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
That is another thing. When they say anyone that needs extra time boarding, you qualify because you have a kid.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be cool about it. No, like you can't be the nerdy dweeby parents that need extra time and you're not comfortable having a kid around.
I took it.
Well, I think
every
also
time.
you also don't want to sit on the plane any longer than you have to. So like we ended up boarding last because it's like, well, fucker's not going to take off without us
I love
anyway.
boarding
I think that's
last.
fine. Boarding last or boarding first. Because like trying to board in the middle when you're regular supposed to board with a bunch of kids is a shit show. That's worse than the flight itself.
Yeah.
Because you gotta get everything ready. And
Yep.
All
You
the
got like
Cheez-Its.
100 bags. Each kid has a lap bag. You have your lap bags. You got the overhead bags. And you're trying to
Yeah.
get these kids situated. The whole line is stuck behind you if you go when you're supposed to.
Yeah. Also, he's in the stage where he puts stuff in his mouth, but it doesn't always reach his throat. It'll
good.
come out. It'll come out the front end. And so even if you give him like a little puff, it's just gonna end up on the floor. And
Mhm.
I'm just gonna the whole time I'm gonna end up just picking stuff up off the floor. So I'm not even gonna download any shows. It's just gonna be maintenance.
No, you can't really unless
I'm
they,
just the
unless they
maintenance
nap.
staff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless they're napping, you can't.
I'm just gonna wear a jumpsuit like a janitor.
Yeah, I got like a
With
high
a backwards hat, jumpsuit, and then my carry-on will just be a little cart with a garbage.
Yeah.
say Myles.
Yeah, if you can't get that
Say
in,
Myles.
you can't get that in soon enough. I do have a high vis vest I can borrow you.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
Toss that
something. Maintenance staff for the plane ride.
Now, if it got to a point where you had to, like, would you walk up and down the aisle with him, like holding him, trying to?
Yeah,
How long is the flight?
12 hours.
Not 12 hours. So
To
let's say 3.5.
Cambodia,
Let's say 3.5 just to.
Well, yeah, let's go 4.
Okay, we'll go 4. I think 4 is a good number.
I'm way more likely to like just stand by the shitter and bounce them than I am to walk up and down the aisles.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should try like clearly nothing's working. Just like turn into like a woman who just has a motherly look to her and be like, "Do you want to give it a try? See if you got any tricks of the trade that you can show me."
I'm
here
looking to the
quick?"
bullpen right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. Make a call.
We need long.
No, that means hit the button for the flight attendant and be like, "Hey, you want to give this a try?" I'm tapped out. I've tried my fastball, my slider, my curveball. I haven't tried an ephus, and nothing's working. So I think we got to call in the bullpen.
You have a motherly charm to you.
I think it's
You just have that kind of warmth.
You know, when you said hello to me as I was coming out of the plane, you really reminded me of my own mother. So it'd be great if you could give this one a shot too.
She's like 38 years old.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
you
like-
remind me of my mother.
Yeah.
I think it's the ascot.
I don't know where
It's
you're
the
going with
ass
that when you
Scott.
first started
Yeah.
that.
I think it'll be all good. I think he'll be fine.
I mean, worst comes to worst, just put them in the overhead compartment.
Exactly.
yeah, we'll throw
Those
the
things are
iPad.
pretty soundproof.
Pretty soundproof.
You put a little blanket, nap time, just
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, throw the
actually, he probably would if there was good air circulation in there. He probably would sleep in one of those.
Yeah, it's just like,
Like a
a
baby.
it's like a
He would sleep like a baby.
hyperbaric chamber or
Yeah.
Yeah.
sleeping pod, something like that.
And just cross your fingers. We don't hit any turbulence.
Oh, it snaps in pretty good.
yeah, fucker.
Even if he does bounce around, I think it's pretty close. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to be, it's not going to be like the size of this room bouncing back and
Exactly.
forth. It should be good.
Yeah, we
So-
don't condone child neglect. Though.
No, that was a joke. So yeah, should be good. He's a pretty good baby. He's not-
Yeah.
So you're not going to download any shows yourself. You're on full maintenance duty.
Yeah, I might just if he's good, I'm just going to be in a raw dog situation.
Nice.
He's gonna be staring at the headrest in front of you.
Did I tell you guys
Plane
that
tracker.
last time I went to Cambodia, we sat next to a homeless guy who raw dogged the entire flight?
Well, wait. You said a homeless guy,
Yeah, he was quite literally homeless.
but he bought a plane ticket.
He had no electronics. All he had was this little fanny pack. I didn't tell you guys this.
No.
Unlimited amounts of papers in there. We sat down and he just started rifling through for like we sat on the tarmac for like 20 minutes. He's just rifling through papers and a little bit of cash in there.
Probably filing taxes
And
or something.
smelled unbelievably bad. And so we started talking to him, and he had an accent. He was clearly from like Australia or something. And he said that his sister booked this flight to Cambodia,
Wow.
and he just showed up and got on the plane and had no plan what he was going to do when he got there.
That's kind of awesome.
He's just going to start walking.
Very
And
free.
He had one carry-on luggage, and then he was wearing like 4 shirts and like 3 or 4 different pants,
Good idea.
so he could
That's
bring
smart.
more
Smart.
clothes. Yeah,
So how did you know?
and he just sat there like this the whole ride.
Hey, fuck. He's probably able to get through a lot of mental shows.
Mhm.
How'd you know he was
Dopamine.
homeless? You ask for his address, send him a Christmas card, or what?
No, he just started telling us that he just travels, just moves around.
Oh, kind of like a nomad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just plops down wherever he's at.
Because to me, home is where you park it. So
Yeah, well, it's where the heart is too. So
It's kind of like Tom Hanks in Terminal. He just stays at a terminal for like 20 years.
really, I didn't know that. I've never seen that.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So I may end up raw dogging the flight.
Do it.
I was gonna recommend you download Severance and finally watch Severance. But I was thinking Severance is the hottest show on television right now, and I don't know if you guys have seen it or not.
I want to see
what's it on?
The Apple TV. The whole premise is that they've developed this chip they put in your brain, and so that when you walk into work, your personality completely severs. So you're basically a whole other human while you're at work, and then you snap back out of it and you're a whole other person in your regular life. And so you as a person don't have to experience work. So I was wondering if you guys could get the Severance chip, what would you sever yourself from so you never have to experience, but you're basically creating a copy of yourself that his whole existence is this one thing.
Working out.
Okay.
Like there's sometimes I like working out, but about 80% of the time I'm like, I hate this. This sucks.
Yeah.
And so it would be nice to just get all the benefits from working out, but just never remember what working out is like.
Would you feel guilty?
Because
at all, though?
in the show, it's like they almost like they're unconscious, like they just nap or what?
No, it's what
You snap out of it.
you snap like
Right. So it's like it's instant. So they like come into work, and then when they come back out, it's like to them
it's 5 p.m. Yeah, it's like they're walking in and walking out.
Be awesome.
So would you not feel bad at all though that you created this other version of yourself that is just his whole life?
No, I
Just
It would
working
be
out.
his workouty.
Yeah. That's what they call them, the innies and the outies. You're in work and you're out of work.
you'd be a workouty.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I don't. So yeah, I suppose it's like you're torturing this other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I imagine my workouty is much like Ryan, and he's just hard 75% of the time.
I mean, 100% of the time.
100% of the time. I don't think I feel guilty. He doesn't exist. I'm giving him existence.
You are.
He doesn't exist if I don't do this program. So in reality, he should be thanking me.
For being in shape.
Yeah.
But so if he were to do like in the situation, if he were to do that, so he would see all the effects. He just wouldn't have.
Yeah. Myles is
Okay.
it's
Okay.
the same body. The only thing that changes is your mind.
Myles would be getting his cake and eating it too.
Yeah.
Without,
Yeah, and like I could just the problem would be like my workout. The problem would be is that my workout self would be pissed at how I eat outside of working out.
True.
Yeah.
So I'd be eating
True.
like dog shit, and then the workout guy would have to work out extra harder, and is like, I can't get
Or
this
like-
guy to just eat good.
or like a workout guy would like sprain his ankle on purpose to piss you off.
Yeah. God, what the hell? Blew a hammy?
What the fuck is he doing in there?
Just getting pissed at each other.
Such an asshole.
I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too tonight.
Where the fuck did
Just
this
so he's got to
Lopper
work
come
out
from?
even harder.
just absolutely turns the wrong way. He's in there just fucking around in the gym, not even working out just to spite you.
Yep.
Completely backfired.
And so I'm still trying to kind of understand the whole thing. So it can only be like one thing. So like this one is
No,
work. This
but
one is working
for
out.
this
No, but for this
hypothetical.
question, yes.
Well, fuck, there's not really nothing I do like. How about showering?
Yeah, you can do that. Except
I think I would. I
this
think I
dude's
would.
entire life is just you butt ass naked
He's
showering.
gonna be pruny.
Okay. Now I'm following.
So it's the same for him. He's literally just like if you for the work, it's just the guy shows up to work and then he leaves and he's right back in work the next morning. His whole existence is at that office. So this dude's whole existence that you just created is showering.
He's just scrubbing your balls.
Yep. He's
Yeah,
just-
eventually they'd dry out. You'd think, and yeah, that wouldn't be a very good life to live.
Well, no, because the
It's-
body then leaves. I don't think you're fully.
I'm really
so.
not. I need to hear more examples of.
Okay, so I think for mine it'd be driving. Because I don't think it's that miserable of an experience for my innie to be in the car and seeing cool
I
shit.
mean, there's people that drive for a living as a job.
Right. And it's I think that'd be kind of nice if I especially got a long road trip out of me. I get in. The second he gets out to see something cool or get gas, I'm back. It's like, oh, sweet. We made it 4 hours before that.
That would
I mean, I would probably drive more places, not fly places.
Yeah, I would just have to make sure the GPS is preloaded for him. Otherwise, he's going to have no fucking clue where we're supposed to be
you
going.
go to like Hollywood, Florida, instead of
Oh,
Hollywood,
yeah.
California.
You have to leave a note for him.
Yep, leave
Yeah.
a note on where we're headed.
So it's essentially something you want to just time travel through.
Yeah, but also
Essentially.
not ruin that other existence you've created.
I didn't know that was not ruining the other existence.
No, you can. It's totally up to you.
Yeah. Well, that's
Depends on what you eat.
yeah. That's a good one. Driving is good.
I would do like any sort of appointment.
Any appointment.
Any appointment.
I'd like to do surgery.
Yeah, surgery.
That
Yeah.
poor guy.
No, you're just unconscious during
Anesthesia.
surgery. Is the
duh,
joke.
duh.
Tyler.
I'm thinking of like
The biggest waste of that program ever.
$1 billion. The dentist.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I don't mind
For
the
you.
dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought.
Just whatever. I hate.
I don't know. I'm just obsessed with the show, and I've been thinking about this since I started watching. Like,
Mhm.
what would I sever myself from?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get it now, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, my brain's still a little fucking pretzeled up right now. I'm trying to think through the whole thing. I mean, you guys took all the good ones. What did you say, Jerrod?
Like appointments.
So your whole existence would be
The other guys, the other version of Jerrod's
Correct.
whole life is just appointments.
Yeah.
Like DMV, doctor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what's wrong? What's wrong with let's just go personal hygiene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean
totally fine.
that's a terrible answer.
Trimming your toe and fingernails.
Yeah, fucking shaving my nuts and
brushing your teeth.
Yeah, because originally I was like, maybe it's taking shits. But then I was like, that guy's whole life is just glued to the shitter.
No.
He got
Yeah, well,
hemorrhoids.
yeah. That whole guy's life is just scrolling on TikTok.
I was gonna
True.
say, yeah,
True.
It's
Not
gonna
a
be
bad
fucking
life. Not a bad life.
bank account's gonna be
But
zero.
I-
The amount of
also-
TikTok shop shit that he's bought.
Then if my wife gets mad at me for taking too long of a shit, be like, it wasn't me, it was my innie. He was the one taking shit so long, not me.
School would be great,
Yeah.
just because then you would just have the knowledge.
would be
No,
awesome.
it doesn't translate.
Oh,
Yeah.
then-
See,
You don't get any of the memories from your severed self.
Mm-hmm.
Then never mind. It wouldn't work. Just that guy would get really smart. And I wouldn't.
You just be dumb as shit, and your innie is super smart.
That would suck.
We'll go.
If you wanted to be really nice to your innie or whatever you call them, it's just anytime you're at a bar, you just sacrifice going to the bar,
Yeah.
and then they get to. Their whole life is just them drinking at a bar.
That ain't bad, actually.
But here's the question: are you the work person or are you the non-work person in Severance? That's the whole mind fuck, right?
yeah, the show deals with a whole bunch of dilemmas like that.
Yeah, there's multiple consciousnesses and all that.
Right.
Stuff.
It's
Yeah.
a mess.
It's like, did you really? Who should be in charge? Does the innie have rights? Because they are a person, but it's you that put them in there. So do you have control over them?
Yeah, it's like what's the more dominant person?
Right. Or are they equals? The innies deserve as much rights as the outies do.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's a great
Yep.
show.
Yeah.
Maybe like Severed if I'm just hungover. So my Eddie's always hungover.
I mean, they'd probably come to like they wouldn't know any better. They're just like, this is what people feel like, I guess.
It's true. Very true.
Well, so like, why does it matter what they? Why would it matter if their whole existence is being hung over? Because you wouldn't feel that anyways.
But they would.
Correct. But why does that matter?
Well, technically you would, because it's still your consciousness. It's just another consciousness.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it's like when you came out of it, you'd no longer be hungover. So basically, it'd be like you saying, Tyler, you're going to be always hungover. And that's my entire existence. You chose that for me.
Mm.
You're choosing that for something that has a conscience.
So in reality, like what I gather about Severance, again, you're talking. This is from a guy
I think
who's never seen it, but from what I'm gathering, what the advantage is that you don't have work baggage in your personal life.
Correct.
There's no mental
Sure.
baggage
Yep.
that you bring into your personal life, so you can just live your personal life.
Right. And then the
Yep.
argument on the work side is that you have an elite employee, someone whose
Who
entire
doesn't
life
allow-
is literally work, and it doesn't bother them because they don't know any better.
Correct. So working out was a terrible example because you're still going to feel the physical pain.
You would, yeah. So if in the show, if an innie gets hurt, they leave, and the outie still has that cut. And you're
Right.
like, what the fuck happened to me?
Well, no, I understand that, but I mean, what the show, why you would sever yourself is so that you don't cross-pollinate mental patterns.
Yeah.
That's what they're after. So working out is just dumb.
Maybe.
I wouldn't say it's dumb.
I think that's a pretty good answer. I think you've got a pretty good grasp on how it works too.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to think of where you wouldn't want to cross-pollinate mental loops.
yeah.
I I mean, work's pretty good one.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably Family Feud. That'd be the number one answer. Maybe
They should do a show about that. I'd watch that.
Yeah.
yeah. Call it Family Feud.
I guess good.
Jerrod, what was yours?
Maybe
Appointments.
Oh yeah.
maybe doing your taxes. Sit
That
down
is
and do your
once a year.
taxes once a year. I mean, there's build up to it though.
Suppose.
Yeah, I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
collecting all your fucking 1099s and K1s and shit.
Yeah. Well, I'll go,
W2s. Just block all that out.
I don't have Apple TV, so I'll go one for one. I'll swap you Netflix for Apple
Hey,
TV password.
Sure. Yeah. When's the last time you got a phone? An iPhone. You get like a year free when you get a phone. So you should just try and log in.
A year and a half ago,
Damn.
probably.
About 6 months, you can watch Severance.
No.
That's what you should do. You should sever between new iPhones. Just wake up
So
tomorrow
meta.
and you just would have a new phone and you'd have Apple TV.
Yeah, right. iPhone's 17 at that point.
So why does the show exploring that they then could have 3 personalities?
And I don't want to spoil much.
Yeah, I'm not caught up yet.
Blink twice if I'm headed in the right direction. Let's go. I knew it.
What did me blinking matter if you're just gonna clap? Now they know how many times I blinked.
Yeah,
Oh,
right. Yeah, you could have just told us.
Yeah.
Because he kind of gave away how many times he blinked there.
Let's
Sure
fucking
did.
go. I'm headed in the right direction.
Spoiler
he said
alert.
yes. I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get people that want 18 personalities.
Yep.
And it's just going to, where do we draw the line, you know? Coming from a guy who's never seen the show. But I think I don't even need to watch it because I just did.
You get the premise.
So nice.
Oh.
It's an interesting thought. What do you got going on, Jerrod?
I'm starting to like date a lot of things now.
I thought you were
Whoa.
just starting to date, and I'm like, well, what?
Oh no.
What happened?
Like I'll buy a new pair of jeans and I'll put the date on them, or I'll buy a big bottle of ketchup and I'll
The
put
fuck?
the date on it.
I thought you were gonna be like, I'm trying out these jeans and I keep the tag on. I'm just dating
That's
them
what
a
I
little
thought you
bit.
were.
No. I'm literally like writing the like October 24 on them, and then seeing how long they last. Even like ketchup bottles, I do it
Why?
just to see how long it lasts. So, like, how many ketchup bottles do I buy a year? Or how often do I buy new jeans?
What
How
about when
long-
you throw it away though? Then you're just gonna lose the date.
No, then I know. Oh, I lasted this long of a year. Or 2 years.
Okay.
So one, I actually think that that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea. I would have never have thought to do that, especially on a pair of jeans. That's crazy.
I've had such bad luck with jeans like in the last 4 years or whatever. So like, I'm gonna start dating these, see how long they actually last for.
So, how long have you been doing this?
Few months,
And any surprising results yet?
not yet.
Okay.
The jury's still.
I think it's too.
jurying.
Yeah.
We haven't gone through enough time.
But
yet
like,
to tell.
what did you find on ketchup? How fast are you burning through ketchup?
It was about 8 months, like one of the bigger bottles.
Mm.
So I'm just,
Okay.
and it's just kind of interesting inventory knowledge.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're a data guy. You just want to get some data points out there and see a graph.
Because I don't know how much ketchup I'm buying every year.
And when you have all this information in 5 years from now or whatever, you feel like, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to change your behavior based off results?
I think to my future kid, I'm like, you should be only buying ketchup like once or twice a year.
You're using too much ketchup.
Once every 0.67 years is how often you should be buying ketchup.
Once
Well,
every 3
and
quarters.
the data's going to change too once if you decide to have kids one day.
Exactly.
Data's
Yeah, I
going
was
to
just going to
change.
say, we go through a bottle of ketchup once a month.
Like you could get a new pair of jeans last week, and your kid like could knock a candle over and set them on fire, and then they're gone.
Also, you're going to
Yeah,
Data
the
changes.
problem is like the only data that you could gather from this that would be useful is if one brand doesn't last as long as another. But like ketchup, that's just about your consumption.
I know. Yeah, I think it's just interesting.
But like, yeah, I get if you buy Levi's, it lasts for 4 years. Whereas fucking Wrangler lasts for 3 years, and you're like, I'll just buy Levi's. I'll get an extra year out of them.
Yeah.
Or I mean, yeah, there could be some outliers too, to where like this bottle of ketchup, we had 8 friends over and we cooked burgers and fries.
Right. And you
You
also
know?
have to make sure you control and get the same exact type of bottle.
Yeah, you
every
need to put
time.
it like, they on liquor bottles, they have the 1-shot caps that only pour out 1 shot. You got to get that for your
Yep.
ketchup.
Yeah, because if you get one with a different nipple, you might get more ketchup per squeeze.
It's
Mhm.
true. Squeeze
Have
the
you-
nipples.
Then we can locate all the waste, fraud, and abuse that's going on in your ketchup game. We might have to put one.
Are
of
you
those on
wait?
there.
Are you John Taffering yourself?
Oh, a little bit.
Are you bar
I'm
rescuing
doing a little
your
bit of
home?
bartender.
Huh?
what kind of like household items or products are you doing this with? You doing like toothpaste? and-
No, literally just ketchup and jeans so far.
Okay.
I was thinking about mayo though. Expanding.
Those are the
Okay.
2 most random.
They are random. Yeah,
things.
I don't know. I don't know why. I think because my dad does it too. That's probably
Oh, here we go.
we're
How
getting
does that
there.
make you feel?
old.
That you are actually turning into your dad?
Yeah, it makes me
So
feel
why
old.
you don't need to do it? Your dad's got all the data for you.
Yeah, I mean
We
that's
have different styles, different ketchup.
It turns into a competition and be like, I made a ketchup bottle last 18 months 1 year,
Hey, would
1
you say?
year and a half.
Would you say this dating thing is in the genes then?
Yeah,
And you would be, are you wearing jeans?
I am.
There you go.
How? Hey, what dates on those jeans?
I think I'd labeled these.
Walk in here and have Tyler look.
Maybe I didn't.
I'm not. I think this is an airmail idea here.
Oh God, he's dropping the drawers. I don't see a date. No. Okay. You don't have like the tag thing.
You'd think you start dating stuff, you'd know where you put the date at.
I didn't think when we started this podcast that my hands would be in Jared's pants.
Oh, he found it. He found it.
October 24th.
October 24.
10/24.
So they're 5 months old.
They look like they're holding up pretty good.
Yeah.
They actually look broke in, which is what you want in jeans.
Turn
you know?
around. Show me your back pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, slight
Little wear on the wallet.
Yeah, slight wallet fade,
Wait.
but not
Hey,
terrible.
where in the wallet is a great band name.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Or what? Yeah, where on the wallet. That's a very interesting thing. I was just gonna say, someday your grandchildren are gonna be like, "Grandpa is crazy. He dates everything," and then you told me that your dad does it. So your kids someday are gonna.
Yeah.
say that.
Just give them 10, 20 years after.
Are you
them
gonna
saying that.
date your kids' stuff when they get a pair of jeans?
No, you know why? You know why this is great? Is in 30 years, when you're continuing to date stuff, you can accurately say that they just don't make stuff like they used to.
I got the
That's
proof.
true.
Because you have the proof. I had jeans that lasted 7 years and now they only last 2.
Mm-hmm.
They're shoddy craftsmanship now.
Or,
That's very
or
true.
vice versa. If somebody says that and you'd be like, well, actually, back in the day, they only lasted a year and a half.
God, your grandkids are gonna fucking hate you when you start
Fucking-
doing shit like that.
Fucking nerd facts guy. You are a fun fact guy.
I am, yeah. They're gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah, Jared in 5 years is going to have a fun fact. You'll be like, these jeans last this long. And I know because of my own research.
Well, but also knowing when a pair of jeans is donezo is also a very subjective thing, Jared.
Yeah, to me, it's like I always have pants rip on the crotch, so I think that's the
Okay.
big
Big
stick.
junk
Yeah.
for
So
you.
if you trip and fall and
Big
rip it in
hog.
your knee, it becomes a style item, not a reason to get
Yeah,
rid
I'll
of
still
it.
wear it.
Okay.
But it's in the crotch. It's no go,
Yeah.
and I can't knit.
I
So-
remember
yeah.
Sewing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. you couldn't knit them back together. like
I
a
can't
doily.
cross stitch. So
I remember in middle school, high school, when ripped jeans became very popular and it made older people so unbelievably angry.
lose
Yeah.
and then when you could start buying them with pre-rips.
That's what
in
I'm
it,
saying.
yeah.
That's when that became popular, they couldn't speak. They were so upset that people were buying damaged goods essentially. And was unreal.
Yeah. For them, it'd be like going to the store in their 20s, buying a thermos that's already just banged up.
Yeah,
Instead
they
of buying
just-
it new, 30 years later, it's just fucking tattered.
Yeah,
Huh.
classic joke too. Anyone that's got a rip in their jeans is, oh, you trip on the way in here or what?
Oh,
Holy
I thought we were
jeez.
gonna go. Those are your church pants? They look holy to me.
Yeah.
Too.
Would you pay full price for those things?
Yeah. Where's the rest of them?
Oh God.
And if you have your pants like on your ass, not on your waist, they get super pissed too.
Yep.
The low
Pan-
jeans.
any-
Almost.
any-
Pants out, your boxers are hanging out.
Super pissed.
All right, guys, before we get in the next segment, got to remind you that we got some nice merchandise over at oubetcha.com. Today I'm wearing the I'm wearing a
Oh
shirt.
shit.
None of the rest of you guys are wearing any merchandise today.
underneath. I don't know if we sell it anymore though.
What is it?
Big boy.
No.
Oh fuck. I like that shirt though.
So you think that the guy who's the merchandise guy would be wearing merchandise on the podcast, but
Trying to keep stuff in stock. I don't want to be taken off the shelves.
that's a good
That's
argument, actually.
Solid comeback.
Yeah,
But
we
this actually is one of my favorite shirts we've ever done. It just looks pleasing to the eye to me.
It looks peaceful.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
good representation of the scenic landscape of the Midwest too.
Trees and brush, and I think
Snow?
there's some deer back there.
That's buckbrush specifically, not just brush.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jesus,
So
Myles.
hey, it's all in the details.
It is.
So you guys can get the details
It wasn't
over at
malicious at all.
oubetcha.com. How much are these going for right now, Ryan?
19.99.
$19.99.
Great year.
So you gotta go check them out. There's also a black one. We got hats on there. Do we have any vests left?
Yeah, we got XLs. We got XLs, we got 2XLs and 3XLs. I'm gonna have a couple larges back on the site end of the week.
Did you find them in the garbage?
No,
No,
No, I
I
found
they're
it-
not from there.
they were not in the garbage. They were in a box that I did not know existed until the
Okay.
other day.
So
Yeah,
if you've
mystery
been
box.
if you've been
Mystery
fiending,
box,
if
yeah.
you've been fiending for a large and they were sold out, Ryan just pulled them out of nowhere.
Yeah, end of the week.
People are gonna start thinking that you're lying about how much stock we have, and you just keep pulling it out of nowhere.
No, you go look at the site. If you look at the site right now, they're at 0, and I wouldn't just keep people from buying them if we had them, you know. So I'll throw them back on.
Creating false demand.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
whatever works. No, it's not false demand. Anyway,
It also goes to show our great organization system at this company.
Mystery
that
boxes.
that we can just find inventory in nooks and crannies around this place. That's what we should do.
Good problem.
It's a great
great band name,
Nooks and Crannies. But also a great name for if you were selling thrift stuff online, just call it Nooks and Crannies.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad one.
Also be great for a tanning salon. Make sure they get all the nooks and crannies.
As well as a waxing salon.
Yeah.
Um,
Barnes and Noble. No, I was thinking
Yeah.
about Barnes and Noble Nook.
it's also
Those are books and grannies.
it's also a great name for a brothel. Nooks
yes.
and Crannies.
I was gonna say massage parlor.
That
Yeah.
too.
Get in all the nooks and crannies.
Mhm. I like my
I don't.
nooks
I
cranny.
don't know.
Towing the line there.
Yeah, we don't. We don't need that.
We're not NFL coaches, okay?
So that being said, guys, go to oubetcha.com. Check it out. It's March Madness this week, boys.
It is.
Jerrod set up our pool.
Mhm.
Correct.
Yep.
So I was informed that I need to have my bracket done tonight because the first 4 are on there.
Yep.
First 4 start tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow night.
So
Yep.
next year, if we do a bracket, you gotta let me know if I need to get the first 4 in, because I was planning on Wednesday filling out my bracket, and then Tyler told me he filled it out with the first 4.
It's just I have no fucking clue what I'm doing, so I just willy-nillied it right when he sent out the
takes 5
request.
minutes, Mom.
Jared, he had his whole bracket planned around not having to fill out the first 4. So I think that's.
I mean,
what's
it
throwing
is a nice little, like, I don't got to worry about that.
and like part
Like, nothing's more than a kick to the nuts to getting one wrong right away.
Yeah. I saw on his vacation itinerary too that he had time notched out to fill the bracket out.
It's true. It's like
So
You'd
it's
have
like
less than 12
it's
hours
like, you
filled
know
out.
how I've been scheduling tummy aches. and then I get an unscheduled tummy ache sprung upon me.
Yeah.
I now schedule out brain busters.
Bracket busters.
Brain bracket busters time to do that. And now I have an unscheduled brain buster right before I leave on vacation when I should be packing.
Yeah. And his brain's already busted too because he didn't have first full.
I
And
didn't
if
know-
I forget toothpaste, I'm telling Ann it's your fault.
I didn't know this was such a big deal.
It's not really.
It's not.
I just accelerated my timeline because otherwise, well, what would you have done if I wouldn't have got my bracket done but before the game
I
started?
would have had March Madness.
Jerrod,
Yeah, you would have.
I warned you about this with fantasy football and simulator league. No matter what you do, the commissioner's
True.
always wrong.
That's true.
No,
The commissioner's
No,
always
no,
wrong.
no.
That's true,
Fuck off.
Tyler.
Yeah.
no.
That's
Matter
true.
what, the commissioner's terrible at communicating. That is what. No one's ever been like, oh, I hate my commissioners. We over communicates. Never.
Well, it's called commissioner, not communicator. So
Yeah.
Let's at this company. There's no more commissioners. I'm banning them. They're all communicators now.
This is why we had no sim league this year. I didn't want to be commissioner again.
That
under a microscope.
Yeah.
that is true. Something about someone in a commissioner role just pisses everyone else
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
What are your gripes with it? What's your gripes with Jerrod's commissioning so far?
Well, I think it was more so just the fact that we just got a link and then nothing else after that.
Yeah,
What's
that's true.
supposed to be-
There's no communication.
No,
What else is
whatsoever.
supposed to be?
No, I like if
No,
I'm gonna send someone a link, I'm gonna go like if I send you something, I'll come into your office and be like, hey, I just sent you a link on this.
A memo would have been nice,
Why would I do
Jared.
that?
Jared, we're a memo company.
You know how to click a link, Ryan.
No, I get that, but in terms of like,
It
hey,
literally says join you betcha's bracket here.
hey, it involves this bracket involves the first four, so you have to get it in by
Thank
6
you.
p.m.
Yeah.
on the 19th. That I will say, just
Like-
sending the link, I'd have been like, oh, March Madness. Well, we're 18 days
Also,
into March. I got time.
Do you know how much I got going on in my brain with this vacation coming up?
Jared,
I didn't even know when the first game started. I could have been.
Well, it's in March every year.
Jared,
I know.
It's in April too, though. That's the thing.
That's the thing. Why isn't it called March/April Madness?
Jared, if you'd have done it exactly that way, they'd have been like, well, the 12 hours isn't enough time to fill
Yep.
out my bracket.
Yep. Should have been Sunday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. It should have been last week. Should have been out. I need this done by this day. And then I could have scheduled my brain busting bracket time. But now
Now
when I'm spending that time doing that, I'll tell my kid that I can't hang out with him because Jerrod didn't let me know. I could have done it when he was napping over the weekend.
yeah.
While the games are still getting played.
Yeah, I think the link went out at like 3 a.m. too. So I didn't even see it. Luckily, I just
So
happened
untrue.
to pop into
So you had an
that
extra.
group chat.
It's so untrue.
But it's the tales all this time. What do we got to do in this company to get a commissioner who cares? You know?
I mean, I'm not going to
Like,
scratch my own
apparent-
nuts, but I think I'd be a great commissioner.
Wait, I've opened the door for you several times. To
But you never pass me down the files, though. I need to see previous years
You
how things
don't-
ran, so I can start. I'm Doge coming into the commissioner role of Sim
Doge.
League.
How come you never asked
We
for
do
those
need
when I
a
offered it
Doge
last
of
time?
commissioner. We need a dose. Department of
A dose of dose.
Department of Commissioner Efficiency is
Yeah.
what we need.
Dose.
We need a Dolce.
Dolce.
Department of
League commissioning.
League Commissioner Efficiency. Dolce.
And their second in command will be Gabbana.
Gabbana.
Okay. Game and
Game of basketball.
Gaming
is it Gobana
Associ-
or Gubbana?
I don't
It's
know.
Gaming Association Board and National Athletics.
Dolce and Gabbana.
Oh,
They have
fuck.
two-
Two B's.
Ryan, you be Dolce, I'll be Gabbana.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I mean, we just lack of accountability in the commissioner world in this company is
Oh
running
my
rampant.
God.
I mean, and shout out to all the office commissioners too.
I haven't had any of my money collected either.
No, I'm not going to pay. I'm just not going to pay until I.
If I don't win, I'm not paying. I'll make it really hard on Jerrod, and I'll be like, "Hey, when Kindred loses over the weekend, I get $100." Which like, oh, Ryan's just gonna pay my fee, and then he'd be like, "Oh, fuck,
I have to
man,
run through
keep
Ryan."
track of all that."
I will say I gotta throw you under the bus right now. With the one fantasy football league that we did, he was collecting the money. It was $100 buy-in, and the like first, second, third didn't get paid out till like 6 months after.
That's true.
It wasn't
you're right.
6 months.
Yeah.
And then when people asked, I think you just kept delaying, like, because like if someone tells you to do something, you're just not going to do it for even longer now. So it kept getting delayed, and I got second, so I'm like, I got $200 coming, whatever, and I had shit planned that I was going to buy with that $200. Had to delay a couple months.
I don't know why I was delaying it either.
I don't know. Maybe you had spent it and you were, I don't know.
No, I didn't
Didn't get to
spend
the
it.
bank to get
Well, the one
cash
guy
back
didn't
up.
work here anymore. That ended up winning.
guy that won
then
it.
So then I was a little bit like, if I kick this down the road, who fucking cares? It doesn't work here anymore. You know?
Yeah, yeah. No, I
remember
get
that being a thought process.
Yeah.
But I didn't sign up for that role. You guys thrusted me into it. You guys sign up for commissioner roles left and right, and then just do a half-ass job.
With no commissioner, there would be no game.
Okay,
It's fine by me.
I don't fucking care.
God, yeah.
I never fucking win anyway. So yeah, don't play the game that I won't lose $20.
I'll do better next year. I'm taking accountability.
Well, I mean,
Well,
we haven't even started. There's time to.
It sounds like it's going pear-shaped already.
Jared, you can't win.
You could redeem it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
You guys will forget all about this.
But also, I don't like it that you think that you're just gonna do it next year after this shoddy performance this year.
Yeah, we might give Tyler another shot.
I don't want it.
Go right
I don't
This
want
isn't
it.
the president. This isn't the presidency. You don't get 4 years to work your stuff out. We're a term 1 year by 1 year
it's
basis.
for the House representatives.
I think I'll be a commissioner for the Kentucky Derby. Bracket or whatever bracket race. Yeah, I don't know what they call the bet.
Yeah,
Like,
you'll figure it out by then.
Yeah, we'll figure out a structure because they do Kentucky Derby shit in office, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you just pick.
I think
a
we've
winner.
done it 1 year.
Yeah.
I don't
So
remember.
I'll commish that.
Or you can do the Masters.
Or the Masters, it's another good one. Yeah, I have all the holes of a commissioner. I have all of them filled.
Do ya?
Mentally.
Oh, everyone loves to fuck over the commissioner.
Oh,
So
fuck, that came out really wrong.
Did come out wrong.
This just in, Ryan fills all the holes.
that Ryan has all his holes filled.
No, because I'm not the commissioner. I said of the commissioner.
Hmm.
Wow, that was.
But
that
I'd like to think we aren't the only office that goes through this.
No.
Hell no. Oh,
No.
God.
I feel like every office pool during March Madness just sounds like this. You know what I mean?
Like us bantering at each other.
Yeah, I think every office pool for March Madness sounds the same.
They do. Every single one. There's always the guy who knows nothing about basketball and is just constantly bitching about his picks. Like, oh man, dude, I had Duke going to the Elite Eight.
Oh, why'd you have to go to the Elite Eight? Well, because they've been looking good. Have you watched the game? Well, they're the number 1 seed. It's like Duke. They win one national championship every 20 years.
And then there's always like, of course, Shania is in the lead and she just picked teams off of which color she likes best.
Yeah, she just laid out all the mascots and decided which ones were cuter.
She looked up all of the players on the team and picked the team with the more cuter players.
Shania, relax. They're
Some of them are
19.
17, Shanae.
I doubt. Anyways,
Yeah, they might be.
my mom one time picked, so my brother's name is Mason. My mom just picked Duke one year to win because they had their brothers on the team named Mason and Myles.
Oh,
I think she ended up winning with that.
They're gonna say
I
George
thought you were going to say George Mason when they went to like the Final Four in like
No,
2011.
that probably
yeah.
would be another reason.
Huh.
So yeah, there's always someone in there that
Yeah,
just
it's like-
picks off a random and then ends up winning.
I did something really tricky this year. I saw this dog that bounces a ball into one of these buckets, and then that team's gonna win. He's always right.
Yeah, there's always some deep stat line thing that's not that someone just made up on a Google spreadsheet, and that predicts the winners. And then that's what they do it off, and they don't win.
There's that guy in fantasy football, dude. The dude that overanalyzes it never ever wins.
I was just gonna say that, like Jerrod, you and Noah, neither of you are gonna win this bracket because you guys are the most probably in tune with college basketball.
Mm-hmm. That's all I did this last weekend.
Yeah, yep. I don't know why that's the case, but
that's because it's madness. You can't predict madness.
yeah. There's always a one person too just raving about how they picked the number 12 seed to win over the number 5 seed, and that happened. It's like, well,
fuck yeah, dude.
I knew it. I knew it. It's like, no, dude, you're running out of time to fill out your bracket, and you just accidentally picked number 12.
Or there's always a guy too who's like, I would have a perfect bracket if Florida Gulf Coast would have won this one, and Auburn would have won here, and CSU would have won here. Then I'd be perfect. So you got 3 wrong out of the first 10.
Or if they're like in like dead last or second to last, whatever, they'll lay out the entire scenario on how they could possibly win the league.
They're like the red thread on the cork board.
Yes.
They're like, well, so and so wins here, and these guys lose in the final 4.
Yeah, it's like a homicide investigation on the cork board. That's what their bracket looks like, or the road to victory looks like for them.
And it's like your standards slowly get lower. You're like, I'm doing pretty good round 1. Round 2 wasn't great. Round 3, well, my final 4 are still alive. Well, my winner's still alive.
Yeah. It's a second round, and you're like, my winner's still alive.
Well, the guy who does amazing the first round, it always ends up being his joke bracket. So like, on ESPN, you could fill out a bunch of brackets. They always fill out like a joke one where they just have upsets all over the place. And then it's like, oh my God, that's how the first round went. And then you look at the rest of their bracket and they have like a 16 seed going to Final 4. And you're like, well, that was fun for one round, but let's see what happens now.
Mm-hmm.
Has there ever been a perfect bracket?
No. Who is it? Doesn't there some
Warren Buffett?
Yeah, Buffett has like $1 million to anyone.
No, I thought it was like $1 billion.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
But I think in that, like, you have to guess the score right on the championship game too.
Gotcha.
So ESPN didn't let me pick the score this year. It was just total score.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the numbers on the odds of getting a perfect bracket. I don't know why though. I think in my lifetime I'll see a perfect bracket.
Oh yeah.
Do you think we'll see a perfect bracket before we see a Vikings Super Bowl?
Probably.
That's really up there.
And neither one of them's fucking happened.
I got get Tyler all worked up.
I'm pretty sure didn't someone have it right till the Elite 8 last year?
Okay, so
it's like that every year though.
The odds of filling out a perfect bracket are 1 in 9.2 quintillion.
It's just never gonna happen in our lifetime.
I'm going to have AI fill it out for me.
But it just takes one.
Allen Iverson?
Hey.
Yeah.
It just takes one.
It does.
Just got to get hot once. You just got to flip a coin right like 30 times.
Well, we got to be closing in on 9.2 quintillion brackets filled out of all time. So someone's got to.
I don't think you understand how many.
No, I know.
Quintillions.
How many zeros is quintillion?
Well, it's
10
quadrillion. So there's trillion, quadrillion, quintillion.
18 zeros.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
I think if we did this for 1 billion years, I don't even know if we would get that many brackets filled out. Something ridiculous like that. How many brackets get filled out a year?
How many March Madness brackets get
we got to up his words per minute. I mean,
I'm not used to this keyboard. 6 to 10 to 100 million.
Okay, so we'll go 100 million in 1 billion years. What's 100 million times 1 billion?
Times 1 billion.
And what was that? 1E plus what was yours?
Quintillion.
No, but what was the plus?
Oh, wasn't it? It was 10 to the 18th power.
So we still, in a billion years of doing March Madness, we still wouldn't have filled out whatever that is.
Jesus.
If that's correct, if that math is, if like it's 1 to the 18th, you said?
10 to the 18th.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a lot.
Yeah. It takes one, though.
We're just
It takes
never
one.
going to see it.
No.
Because humans aren't making it another billion years. Just not going to happen.
That will be a completely different species then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll have like 2 thumbs on each hand.
Yep.
Be kind of
Like
sick.
4 cocks.
Yeah. Jesus.
1 for peeing.
You're like a cow.
Do you think cows have 2 dicks?
Well, with the udders.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing.
Oh,
That-
No, the udders are on the females.
I know.
Jared.
That's what I'm
Oh.
picturing, though.
Well, in a billion years, male cows will probably have udders.
Could.
You know?
Evolution.
Genetic modifying,
Yep.
Utterly insane.
quite literally.
So how are you guys drafting or not drafting? How are you guys picking this year? Or I guess you already fucking did.
Yeah, I went pretty heavily off of seeds and gut, which I know I have I can't really follow my gut because I've watched 0 college basketball in the last 2 years.
Well, so what I like to do in that scenario is I like to just
Listen up, Tyler.
yeah, here we go. Fucking-
no, I think you would
Let me get my
agree.
notebook out.
I think this is what you would agree with. What I like to do in that scenario is I first just set my pencil down because I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a paper.
I'll
pencil,
type them in
and
for you.
You have to type them in for me. I like to set my pencil down, and I just I just become aware of the aura in the room.
Mm.
And I feel the vibrational frequency, energy in the room vibrating through my soul. And once I become attuned with that frequency, I then stare at the paper for quite some time, maybe sometimes even 30, 40 minutes. And then the bracket just falls out of me and I've just become one with the bracket. And so far it's been pretty good. I was this close to getting a perfect bracket the other, but then I kind of fucked up the Elite 8 and then the Sweet 16. I had like 3 or 4 go bad. And then the round before that, I think I got like close to half of them right. So like
Round of 32.
You
it's a
were really
pretty good
close.
strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I like to do.
The cool 32.
How are you picking?
Fuck. I mean, I'm a gut instinct type of guy. Duke will probably win it all for me this year, just because
That's what I picked.
Yeah. I always pick the best team in the nation to win the national championship, and I feel like it just rarely happens. So maybe I won't go Duke. Maybe I'll go.
Was UConn like that?
Mm-hmm.
They were the best.
They were
team.
wagging for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, an absolute fucking wagon.
But now their
Absolute
coach
dump
has kind of
truck.
gone off the rails.
Yeah.
Like he's losing it.
He's a hothead
Yeah.
for sure.
Well,
But I
well,
feel like I didn't feel that when a couple of years ago.
Well, he's just gotten more popular now because he won multiple championships and kind of has an ego. He's said he's like the best coach in the league.
Yeah,
To a rep.
he's got a very unique coaching philosophy, and
Yeah,
just the way he
Danny
portrays
Hurley.
himself.
Mhm.
I purely gut instinct. I'll have that bracket filled out in a minute 30, 90 seconds,
Mhm.
especially a digital
Time.
bracket.
yeah.
That's the way to do it, though.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Mhm.
The more you overthink it, the worse you're gonna do.
When I remember filling a bracket, it's always like, I don't have enough upsets. It's too much chalk, straight chalk.
You know what? I might have my kid fill mine out.
Hey, why not?
Just give it I don't know, like get a piece of paper and like cover up everything else. Say, do you want this one or this one? And then just I'll pick the number 1 seeds in the first round,
Yep,
and then,
yep,
and then
yep.
I'll move on after that.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Also, he's just throwing around March Madness jargon, calling it chalk.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
straight
didn't
chalk.
know. Is chalk just following the seed or what?
Yeah, just picking favorites.
I
Not
would
rock
pretty
chalk.
heavily chalked then.
Yeah. I think it'll be a chalk year. 1 seeds are pretty good. Or they're the best.
He's just trying to say that to me to throw me off.
The mind games have started.
Yeah.
He's using
Don't
big
overthink
words.
it. Yeah, you don't have much time for first 4 tomorrow. So don't overthink it.
Don't
too
remind
much.
me of the time crunch I'm under.
You might even be on a plane tomorrow when they start.
I fly on Wednesday, so.
Oh.
But I am going to drive far first before I fly far. So good luck to everyone. but not really because I'm kind of competing against
Do we have the Patreon bracket this year?
Yep.
Is that
Oh yeah,
live?
patrons are. Yep. There's a Patreon bracket as well.
on Espen.
Yep.
There's a link to it on our Patreon.
Can I get in on that?
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't get a link for that.
What,
You got to go to our Patreon.
I think I am.
Then you can. I don't know. Log in.
Well, can't you just send me the link so I can get in on it?
I guess I could. Yeah.
Commissioner woes.
It's just now I have we're trying to grow the game, and you're just you're putting clamps on who's
Gatekeeping.
allowed. You're gatekeeping this league. I am a patron. I pay to be on Patreon, so you're gatekeeping me.
I didn't.
I've been
I
gatekept from
apologize.
Patreon for the last 2 years.
No, you haven't. I've given you the password 3 times and the
just like in
username.
passing. Like if I'm going to take a piss and he's walking by, he's like, hey,
He just says it to you, and you're supposed to remember.
yeah, hey, the password is just password. I'm like, hey,
Password
I have to
1, 2,
ship
3.
bad, and that's all I'm thinking about.
I
right
gave it
now.
to you less than 1 week ago, almost exactly today.
No
Yeah, I
way.
did. But we were sitting in this room, and I gave it to you again before the podcast
You think
started.
I can just remember? I can't even remember my own fucking passwords.
I'll write it down for you then. Then no excuses.
Yeah,
That's where everything away.
appreciated.
So, anyways, I didn't know we were doing a March Madness. It's been great to know.
I completely forgot. That's on me.
So, guys, if you want to get in on the You Betcha Radio Patreon March Madness bracket, you got to go check it out and/or sign up.
Mhm.
What does
Get
the
the
winner
link.
get?
I think we sent out like a care package last year.
Nice
Wow.
care package.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm not wearing any merch because I had to set that care package aside.
Saving it.
Assuming that person would be a large.
Hey, if you want, you better hold on to those large, that random box of large
Yeah,
vests.
okay. I don't. Large vests may not be on the site. I might have to put them in the side for this winter. I just found out about
Depends if they're larger or not.
Commissioner woes,
Commissioner
lack
Walls.
of, just communication styles on natural disasters happening,
Natural disasters.
National emergency.
national emergencies.
I don't think nature is communicating with us at
Yeah, that
all.
was a slip.
If it is,
So I guess it is in communication silos.
Yep.
No one's hitting up Mother Nature being like, hey, any natural disasters impending?
Any natty disasters coming?
Or no.
Or no.
Or all.
You got fun facts, Jerrod?
I do. The Caesar salad was invented in July 1924 by Caesar Cardini, an Italian chef who owned a restaurant in Tijuana, Mexico.
So what did he invent?
The Caesar salad.
What about it made it different? Just the sauce?
Yeah.
So really, he invented the Caesar dressing.
unless that already existed and he was just the first one to be like, I should put this on some fucking lettuce.
Yeah, I mean, it's if that's
It's
the case,
Caesar.
that's not an invention at all.
I mean, it caught on.
What became first, the
God.
Caesar dressing or the Caesar salad? Or did the Caesar dressing inspire the Caesar salad?
This is unrelated, but the Cobb salad was invented in Hollywood like 10 years later. The guy's last name was Cobb.
Was that the question you thought I was going to ask next?
No, I actually didn't know that before. I don't know why. At the Brown Derby.
Yeah, I just was curious if it was did he invent putting lettuce with a dressing and
Not
then
pudding.
it became the Caesar salad, thus the Caesar dressing? Or did he just invent the dressing and then put it on salad? You gotta foresee that. Fuck.
So like if you were to go home to the fam and be like, hey, Mexican night on Thursday, and then you just whip out a bunch of Caesar salads, you're correct in doing that, right?
That's a good question, actually, because it was in Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're
I don't
saying
know.
Caesar salads are Mexican food.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the argument there.
Olive Garden's head's gonna be spinning. Do not alert Olive Garden.
We're gonna get one of those combo like fast food restaurants, be an Olive Garden, a Taco Bell connection.
Yeah.
And then Caesar salad is what
Right in
brings
the
them
middle.
together.
Yeah. Fucking dap up right in the lobby.
The Atlantic Ocean is saltier than the Pacific Ocean.
Why?
This is due to factors like higher evaporation rates, lower fresh water input from rivers, and ocean circulation patterns.
I thought it sounded like a setup to a dad joke.
Oh yeah, it kind of does.
The Atlantic Ocean is saltier than the Pacific Ocean because Pacific slept with his girlfriend or some dumb
Oh,
shit.
that's funny.
That's a pretty good one, Tyler. Huh. Yeah. Jerrod, with these fun facts, you could walk us into anything
Yeah.
and we'd fall for it.
We don't even know if any of these are true.
No, we don't know where you're
We don't even know if
getting
they're
these.
facts. You could be spewing us fun fiction this whole time.
That one's true.
Yeah. Like the Caesar salad thing could have been a true or false question. You know?
I probably would have got it wrong.
I probably would have went false. Had you
would've
said
false.
Tijuana, Mexico, I've been like false. It's just not right.
Well, thanks, Jerrod.
Fun.
So
I'm now a little bit smarter.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the You Betcha Radio Show.
You thought this was Patreon.
May your brackets be unbusted.
Yeah.
And if they are, then bust on your bracket.
I'm going to name my bracket Tatiana so I can bust down.
Guys, we're so close. And your
holes be filled.
yeah.
Commissioner Holsby filled.
And Ryan, fill all the holes. Cheers, Ryan.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
Severed ties, can't stitch 'em tight. Fading maps in the neon light. Myles went back to the jungle's call. Cambodia knows his shadow's tall. Rip it apart and build again. The chaos hums under our skin. Catch up bottles, love is strange, I know. But life's a jester stealing the show. Rip it apart and build again. The chaos hums under our skin. Catch up bottles, love is strange, I know. But life's a jester stealing the show. Ghost game words just fall like bricks. Empty praise and reporter tricks. Who's the best? They name the name. Power that it crowns its fleeting flame. The banquet's bright but hearts are dull. Plastic smiles in a fleeting hull. The bad commissioner calls the shots. A clock that ticks and never stops. Rip it apart and build again. The chaos hums under our skin. Catch up bottles, love is strange, I know. But life's a jester stealing the show. But life's a jester stealing the show. Players scream but no one hears. Fighting through their quiet fears. The stage is set, the rules are bent. A kingdom's built on accident. Rip it apart and build again. The chaos hums under our skin. Catch up bottles, love is strange, I know. But life's a jester stealing the show. Stealing the show. Stealing the show. The players scream but no one hears. Fighting through their quiet fears. The stage is set, the rules are bent. A kingdom's built on accident. If you could swim in a pool of any food or condiment, what would you want?
Honey.
The cleanup would be a nightmare.
Yeah, but like, so would peanut butter. So would ketchup. You're going to be messy.
Yeah, what's one that people
But like,
use?
just think of how, like, imagine falling into a giant pool of honey. You would like hit the top and then you would just like slowly sink into it. It would be kind of like good feeling.
But you could suffocate though.
Yeah, I've got to make sure it's a shallow pool.
It's like
I
a
mean-
little, it'd be like just like laying in a thing of gel. It would be,
Yeah.
the sensation would be wild.
What,
Yeah.
what were the stipulations of the question?
Food or condiment?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do cucumbers. That's supposed to be good for your skin.
Not
I like
bad.
sliced or pureed cucumber.
Right. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go jump in the cucumber pool, and he's running. He turns around, jumps backwards, and does a backwards cannonball like this right into the cucumber pit.
I did say sliced or pureed.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pour vinegar in your pool.
Miles just chooses.
Cannonball.
Miles chooses to exclude details whenever it suits him.
Cucumbers is a wild joy.
I don't
That's
mind it.
No, that's what they put on your eyes at spa.
It's good.
I know. I just didn't know you were doing this for your skin wellness.
Yeah.
You're gonna have so many zits piles with the honey.
Yeah. You're gonna have fucking bears everywhere.
That's true.
I thought we were doing condiment. I didn't know it was
Food.
all foods. Okay, then I'm gonna fucking dive into ice cream then and just lick my arms
You're
clean.
gonna be cold, dude.
Freezing.
Yeah, I'm gonna change things up with a corkscrew today. Woo!
He's still stuck on that.
Yeah.
Because that's funny. I'm probably gonna go with tapioca pudding. I don't know why that's such a shock to you guys. Tapioca pudding, it fucks.
It's the cat's
It is
meow.
good.
It is the cat's meow. Yeah, it's really good. So, and the ones that come in the little plastic cups.
Yeah.
Well, this comes in a pool.
Well, yeah, but all those mixed into one pool.
Does Bloody Mary mix count?
I think so.
Food or condiment.
Yeah,
I
You
don't
love
know.
it that much?
I think so.
Really?
Like Zing Zang. I like Zing Zang a lot.
Mm.
So maybe a thing of the Zing
So you
Zang.
just want the mix, no like vodka or beef sticks or anything else. Do you want a pool of Bloody Marys?
Yeah, that's a good point. Because then it has to be one item.
I mean, yeah, you could
You can do just do the
dude.
mix.
You just bundle.
Bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I
We
bundle.
Yeah.
bundle.
or you could
That's
do
what I
just
guess.
beef sticks.
Your home and
You
auto.
just do a pool
Mhm.
of beef sticks.
Yeah, I thought you were just doing like. I thought you were just doing. I thought you were just doing condiments. That's why I knee jerkily
Yeah.
said honey.
Like
But I
ketchup,
still think swimming in honey would be kind of sweet.
Great
You know,
band name.
Swimming in honey.
Yeah.
jelly would also be kind of fun too. Kind of like there's some, I don't know, some bounce to it.
Mm-hmm.
You could like slide in the edge of it and run around the edge. The whole
Yeah.
you know, like if you
Like a
stick
Jell-O
your finger
shot.
and do like a Jello shot, and then you can just like you can just stand on the edge and slurp it all in one.
I'm pretty sure YouTubers have like turned a pool into
Yeah,
a pool of
Jell-O.
Jello.
Yeah, very hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots and
Doesn't seem
lots
easy.
of Jello.
Yeah, you
mix.
got to let it. Yeah.
Doesn't seem easy.
No, like this, they had to like blow air on top of it to get it to all, because it would be like the top would solidify like Jello, and then like the bottom would still
Oh,
be
I see.
liquid and shit. So to get it to go all the way through on that massive a thing took a bunch of science.
It's a nightmare.
How do you clean
Mark
that?
Rober, I think, did it. Is who it was.
Huh.
And if there's a guy to do it, it's Mark Rober.
Do they jump in it?
I think so.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you?
I would do like solid butter so that when I jump in, I slide to the other side.
Solid butter would be fun.
Yeah, and then you could slide on your butt and butter your buns.
What kind of butter? Like what do they got? Like that Irish butter? Truffle
just
butter.
Store. I don't know my butters that well.
Garlic butter.
Garlic butter would be good.
I keep
Whipped
the vampires away.
Yeah.
I'm pretty well versed in the butter world because it's so closely related to the bread world, as you guys know
Mm.
how big of a fan of the bread world I am.
Where does truffle butter stack up against others?
Yeah, the weird thing is like the difference between sweet cream butter and like just regular butter is like I don't know which one I like better. So maybe I should do some butter research on you for you guys.
Country crock.
You better get on that. You better get on that.
Oh, is that what you
gotcha.
said?
Ah, you-
It just sounds like
did
you
it,
said
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
The
Slip-
first one.
You
is that,
better
right?
get on that.
You better get on that.
Guys, if you want more You Betcha Radio, you got to check out our Patreon. You got to go to patreon.com/You Betcha Radio or look us up on the app, and we have hundreds of hours of other episodes on there that you can't get unless you're signed up. So you got to check us out on Patreon. You Betcha Radio, baby.